Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This is my second time recording this today because microphone died, sunlight keeps changing. As you can see, I'm now in total darkness, but we're going to roll with it. This is actually my first full YouTube video that's been shot on the Fujifilm X-H2, so this isn't the best condition for it, but it's fine. I just keep seeing like the room behind me fading into darkness. It's fine, doesn't matter. In today's video, I thought we'd try something a little bit different, or at least I thought I would a couple of weeks ago, where I would set myself an hour or so to just do some street photography, not think about anything else. I set an hour on my watch and I walked around for that amount of time until the alarm went off. My thought process behind it was, if I give myself a restricted amount of time, then I've got no excuses. I can't be like, tired, I want to go home, too cold, whatever. I have to do the hour, and that's that. And that's my cutoff point, which is kind of helpful. It was more an experiment for myself. But yeah, it didn't really work, which seems to be a bit of a theme on this channel at the moment, of things just not really working the way I wanted them to. But in an effort to sort of turn a negative into a positive, I thought I'd just talk you through some observations that I had whilst I was doing it, and some sort of general thoughts that I've been having recently around street photography and photography in general. These aren't just limited to taking photos on the street. So, number one, choose your moments wisely. I decided to do this on a Saturday evening, sort of when the weather was alright as it can be for February. London was so busy. There was millions of people around. I don't understand why it was so busy. I guess the weather and vibes and whatever, but it was nearly impossible to get any sort of isolated subjects. If you're like me and that's what you like, then not the best conditions to do it in. So yeah, a little bit of research into your location. What are the best times to be there? Consider your favourite subjects or subjects that you intend to shoot. Is it going to work that time of day? Do you need to come back later? Or do you need to come back earlier? Or a different time of the year, potentially? It all matters depending on what you're shooting. Don't have a plan, but also do have a plan. Don't feel you are restricted by what you've decided to do, and don't let it frustrate you. The moment it gets frustrating is the moment it's not fun anymore, and that's not great. So I set myself a vague location of like Regent Street, Piccadilly Circus kind of area. I started out in Oxford Circus, yeah. Worked my way through Soho, things like that. But I wasn't restricting myself to like a single street, and I think if I had done that and set myself the hour time frame, I wouldn't have enjoyed myself. So yeah, don't ever feel like you need to restrict yourself to the point where you get frustrated or you stop enjoying it. I wrote this next one down because it's far more eloquent than me trying to remember what I'm actually talking about. So, my good friend Nico, I will leave his tag here, once told me that he found out about his passion for photography from observing people as an actor in training. Photography is not 2D, it's not just you creating an image, printing it or sticking it on Instagram. It's all about the process, and part of that process is immersing yourself in that environment and hearing conversations, mannerisms, little things that people say to each other that you might not actually hear whilst you're there. I always find when I come back and edit these videos that I've missed something, or somebody said something quite funny. I know in these rushes there are a couple of funny moments.
I want to be caught on camera.
Turn right here, I think.
I tend to not wear headphones or listen to music or anything like that whilst I'm out and about. I like to be sort of there. And if I don't come back with any images, then I've usually heard something or seen something or experienced something whilst I'm out and about. That kind of makes the whole thing worth it, especially when you live in a town like London. I've lived here for 4 years, and every time I go out, something weird and wacky happens, something interesting. Don't just photograph, observe is what I've written there. It's a bit much. Never consider a location as done. So I've fallen into the trap of thinking that I've done a location before, and it's just not the case. Like I said previously, every time I go out, there's something new. There's something new happening. You hear something new. Yeah, you see something new. Like there is no element of a location being done. You might have gotten bored of it. You might have been there so many times that you personally feel like it's kind of like you've got what you want there, but take a 6-month break. That's what I did. I took well over 6 months off street photography. That's why there was no sort of activity on this channel. And since getting back into it and since enjoying it again, I've gone back to locations that I've been to hundreds of times before. It's all about just keeping things fresh, keeping things moving. Try somewhere new, go back to it at a later date, and yeah, I'm sure you'll find something new, interesting, different the next time you're there. So that's it really. That's a few sort of quick observations that I've noticed over the past short while of doing street photography. Thank you very much for watching, supporting the channel. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video, all that jazz. Yeah, that'll do. See you in the next one. I literally look like a floating head. I hope that cable hasn't been sticking out the whole time. Probably has.